Hello, everyone. Good morning. For me, it's good morning. I don't know what time you'll be watching this, but my name is Professor Dan Faringer, and I'm the one that you're taking Math 104 trigonometry with this semester, semester spring 2025. So, on a normal first day, there's a couple things I would do that an online class doesn't necessarily get to do. And first thing I'm going to do is take a look at the syllabus and quickly go over it with you. So I'm going to share my screen and there it is. Okay, so you should now be able to see the syllabus. Uh, it's on our website, so you can download it and have a copy of it, or you can find it at any time. But I don't have an on-campus office anymore. I did retire from Hack, but I'm still adjuncting. And you can start to see my name. The email address is the best way to get in touch with me. I'm pretty good at getting back to emails within the day. So semesters 2025. If you want office hours, I do use something called Calendly, as you see down here at the bottom. And after we're done with the syllabus, I'm going to jump over to our D2L site and show you where that link is. Course description. Someday you may transfer to another school and they'll say, well, what did you do in that trigonometry class? And a good thing to keep is a copy of the syllabus to show them. Required is the 12th edition for this trig class of the Lyle book. Most students just purchase the online access, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Learning outcomes. Again, this is for you to see what we're going to be doing in the class, but if it ever comes to you needing to transfer. Grading policy. This is the generic 90% to 100 is an A, 80 to 90 is a B. Here are the assignments, but as you see up at the top, it does say tentative subject to change. Probably won't, but that's just an in case. So there's an orientation assignment you're going to have, 10 homeworks, 4 Dropbox assignments, 8 online quizzes, 2 tests, and a final exam for a total of 1,021 points. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Homework and quizzes, I'll show you where we're going to be doing those um, online. So that's kind of nice. The quizzes, you get 90 minutes and 2 attempts. If you want to take it a second time, that's up to you. Most students don't need 90 minutes, but I build that in just in case. There's going to be some assignments, and they're on what's called the navigation bar, and I'll show you where you can find those in a few minutes. But when you're done, you're going to upload them as a single PDF back into that Dropbox. And we'll take a little bit more about that, or take a little, we'll look at that in a little bit. Academic honesty, I have a zero tolerance policy. If I catch you cheating, um, you know, this is my 39th year teaching. I have a pretty good idea. Students are getting better with the Chegg and the Google and all of those things, but the work has to be your own. So people can help you, but when it comes to in your learning, but when it comes to your work, it has to be your own. There'll be 2 tests and 1 online final. We're going to be using Respondus Lockdown browser. Again, I'll have more information as we go, but you're going to need a side camera. That's now the department's policy, not my policy, and it's true for all math classes. And I'll give you information about that. The days of the final are what you see below, and you will have 2 hours to take each of those tests, and you can do it at any time during one of these 3 days. So on February 24th, you can start it, and once you stop, you're done. But you can start it at 1 in the morning, and you can start it at 6 o'clock at night. So we have a long range of times during the day in which you can take it. Tutoring, there's a link. You can always ask me for help by way of the discussion board or by emails. Sometimes you have the same question as others and you put it on the discussion board and students jump in and help, and that's a good thing. With withdrawal information, you can withdraw, I think it's up to like the 70th percent mark of the course. After that, you can no longer withdraw. If you're not doing any work and you have what's called excessive absences, where you don't turn in like 5 weeks worth of work in a row, I can actually withdraw you for that. Some other information. Again, I respond to emails pretty quick. Here's a link for getting refunds. If you drop it in the first day or the second day or the first week, you can get some, if not all of your money back. A link to the student handbook, something we're required to put in. I can remember 15 years ago, the school would print them out and hand them out to students, but students prefer to have digital today. Students in need of accommodations. You've probably seen this, unless this is your very first course at HACC, but if you have accommodations, you contact these offices. I'll show you the contact people in a second, and they will get you set up. Do you need longer time for tests? Do you need to have there's lots of different things, and you know, if you have accommodations, go get them. They'll let me know, and we'll work with you on that. Go from there. So that's what all of this is. Here's the contact. This is a virtual course, so you could contact Carol Kerper if you wanted. She can give you more information. And then here's just what do I need to do to survive into an online class? And you basically need to keep after it. You can't just think nothing's going to appear on our course site for a couple days. It's usually there every other day. I'll have something posted. All right, going back to sharing, now I'm going to jump over to our homepage. And this is our D2L homepage. It looks something like this. Well, exactly like this. So what do you see? First thing I have across the top here is a navigation bar. Okay, you can't see edit course. I can see edit course. That's not in the student view. In fact, let me change it to make sure you see exactly what you're going to be seeing. Okay, so edit course is no longer there. What you see right now is called the course home. Right? On the course home, I will have lots and lots of news posts in this. This thing's called a widget, but I will put stuff up each week, sometimes every other day. I just keep adding stuff and it'll keep appearing under the news. So that's going to be there. The way you get on to Pearson, if you remember, I said homeworks and quizzes will be on Pearson is here. I'm currently making the new course intro video, so that'll change. But from a previous course that I taught, I recorded my class lectures, and a lot of online students find these helpful. There will also be lectures by the author, and you can find that on the ebook. But here are mine, and they're all listed for the semester there. They're not really long. As you can see, there's 24 of them, but I have them laid out for each of the sections through the course. Okay, down here finally is a link you can click to set up an office hour. Office hours are Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to noon. If you have questions, you set up an appointment and we'll get to hang out for a little bit. Okay, under the news, the first day of class is actually January 21st, next Tuesday. And I'm hoping you're excited. In red are things for D2L, which is what you see in front of you, also known as Brightspace. Green is what's Pearson. Okay, so, oh, and down here at the bottom, there is a copy of the syllabus. So you can access it at any time. You may just have to scroll down. So in D2L, you have 2 assignments to get started with. And first one is this orientation assignment, and you see it's due pretty quick. Once the class officially starts, you can get in and do some of this stuff now if you want. And then assignment 1, and that's not due till February 23rd, but it's some problems that as you go through chapters 1 through 3, you'll be able to do those problems. A lot of students procrastinate, which isn't good, but I would download this almost right away so I could be able to start working on it and have it ready for when the 23rd rolls around. Those assignments are going to be found up here under the Dropbox. Now, when you look at the Dropbox, Here is the orientation assignment. You can get on and read it in detail. I don't want to spend a lot of your time wasting a lot of your time, excuse me. Assignment 1, as you see, is from January 20th to February 23rd. There's actually going to be 1 orientation and then 3 that deal with the chapters. See, the points vary depending on the problems. This guy up here is going to be when you take your test, the computer is going to grade it right or wrong. And what I'm going to have you do is show all of your work on your own paper, and then I'm going to give you some instructions how to make that a single PDF and upload it. And this is where you're going to upload it in the Dropbox. So then after you're done with the quiz, you upload your work, then I can go through the test, excuse me, not quiz, the test, and give you partial credit on problems that were marked wrong. So these 3 are important. Some students try to show all their work right on the test. Some don't even bother turning this in. Makes it hard to give that partial credit. So the Dropbox is going to be pretty important. Coming back to course home, the next thing I said, oh, your first homework is available, and it's on here. Now, how do you get to that homework? Well, you're going to come over here to Pearson MyLabs and click on this, and you're going to follow the steps. You have to pay an access fee. Yours is going to look different than mine, but you'll have to pay an access fee to get in and be able to do your homeworks and quizzes. I didn't want to jump out. Oh, excuse me for 1 second. I jumped out. Yeah, I'm fighting a head cold in case you couldn't tell. All right, so I'm going to go back here, and I don't want to stop sharing. Hold on a second. I know. Let me get back into Zoom. I just have to click and share. This again. Okay, back to our D2L page. This is the course home. Under content, there are a couple of things. And first of all, I have all of these PowerPoints. Each one is for a section. So if you have a different way of learning and you'd like to learn chapter 1, section 4, the author has a PowerPoint for you. So you could come in and look over that PowerPoint as an extra way of learning some of the material. So that's always going to be there under the content. Discussions. If you ever want to chat with other students, put questions on about chapter 1 or chapter 2, this is available for you to use it. Part of your orientation assignment, you're going to come into the discussion board and introduce yourself. I'll get mine up there pretty soon, but this is where you're going to do that, under the discussions. Dropbox, again, we went through the orientation assignments and the proctored test work. Our tests are here. They're going to be not on MyMathLab, but they're going to be here in our D2L site. You see they're going to have the lockdown browser and this whole webcam. I do have a practice test, and you'll see more about that when it comes up in about week 3. So don't worry about it now. Grades, you'll have grades. I think I have them all laid out, organized, linked up. So you have grades for the homeworks online, grades for the quizzes online. You have those assignments, and you have the test. And finally, if you know somebody in the class and you want to get a hold of them, you can always come to here under the class list, and you can click and get their email if you want to, send them an email so you can be in contact with them. And again, I'm coming back to course home. I'd like to ask if there's any questions, but we really can't. So that's all I have. A quick intro for you. Once you get started, if you have any questions, email me and let me know. Otherwise, good luck with the course, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day.